Hey, good readers. Jason Reed here, and I'm just putting this video up to say thanks to those of you who have read All Saints Day of the Dead. It's the second book that I've written in the last 18 months-ish. The first book that I put out was in July of this year, and All Saints, I published in October. So I've been pretty busy. And the reason is because I'm super motivated, because I'm trying to engineer an exit strategy for my regular day job, to do the thing that I've always wanted to do. Thanks. The real point of this video is just to say that I'm psyched that I was able to put my book into the hands of the people in the GoodReads audience, and I'm just enthusiastic about the platform overall. I've been tinkering with social media, which I really don't dig, to be honest with you, and other forms of outreach. Struggling with this whole question of how do I find an audience? Surely there's some niche of people out there who dig the kind of thing that I'm doing, modern Louisiana literature that has a certain kind of quality to it. And I feel like probably GoodReads is the best place, is the best collection of people who are really into books and who perhaps want the kind of interaction and sort of personal touch that frankly I kind of crave. I was telling a friend the other day that writing a book and putting it out into the world, when you fail to fail's not the right word, but when people aren't picking it up, when it's not being read, certainly to the extent that you had hoped, it feels lonely. There's a lonely quality to that feeling. It's like going to a party and being ignored. It's like, hey, look at me. Hey, I wrote this thing. Maybe you're interested in it. Maybe you aren't. So I'm feeling very enthusiastic right now because earlier I was on the site and I saw that a handful of folks have expressed some interest in the book. Some folks have read it, had positive opinion about it, and that just means the world to me. So I want to just stop what I'm doing. I'm procrastinating on a handful of other things, including meeting my daily word target for the first draft of my third book, which I'm looking forward to digging into more. I'm just in the early stages, but I'm already feeling pretty good about it, and it's nice to be in a position to be able to start applying some of the lessons that I've learned over the course of the first two books, which were certainly imperfect, but the key here is learning and getting better. There's this ground of contemporary Southern Louisiana culture. I think it's fertile ground, and so anyway, I just want to stop what I was doing to say thanks to those of you who have read it, and to invite anyone who hasn't to pick them up. I'd love to hear from you. I'm JR at New Bayou Books, newbayoubooks.com. I do a blog every Monday. I just put up a fresh one today. It's mostly geared towards writers today, but I talk about all kinds of stuff. Mostly just about where I am in this process of kind of first getting onto the first rung of the literary ladder, and then beginning to slowly climb up. How far I will climb up will depend on factors that are outside of my control, but certainly I'm going to keep writing, and I'm going to keep improving. I'm also going to keep listening and interacting. So if you've read one of my books and you thought it was cool, I'd love to hear about it. Hell, if you didn't think it was cool, I'd still love to hear about it. Thanks. I'm going to leave it at that. Rambling, no extra charge for all the rambling. That's kind of par for the course with me. I write better than I speak a little bit, but I'm not any prettier well, maybe I am pretty on the page. I don't know how's that work. Yes, I'm a lot more attractive on the page of my books. How's that for anything? Thanks, y'all. Bye.